Hello, StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. This is a game between Minatoeh and Indy on Habitation Station, the latter edition. In the top left side of the map, we have the red Zerg player. It is Minatoeh from Cascade Gaming. And in the top right side of the map, we have the blue Protoss player. It is Indy, representing the old Protoss head from the box art from the original StarCraft. And in case you're wondering if it was only Protoss, there were 3 different versions: Zerg, Terran, and Protoss. This is the Protoss. Terran was a Marine, and Zerg was a Hydralisk. Alright, let's go ahead and get right on into this extractor first. Out of Minatoeh into pool, I'm going to assume. There we go. There's the spawning pool. And an assimilator, and a gateway, and a pylon for Indy right now. I'm going to go ahead and assume he's going to open up double Adept at this very point. Habitation Station, again, I just love this tile set. I love the fact that there are trees all over the place and flowers and little glowy things. It's just a very, very nice tile set. I like casting replays on this map. And look at this. Probe trying to block off the hatchery. Oh, Indy, haven't seen this for a while, but it looks like Minatoeh's not really worried about it at this point. Oh, he's expanding at the gold. Oh, Minatoeh, you're so cheeky. Going for the gold base for his first base of the day. Well, his first expansion of the day anyway. Throws out the good luck, have fun as he throws down the hatch. That's hilarious. And he's like, yeah, good luck, have fun. Why aren't you expanding, you crazy person? Into your GM. Get up there. Get up and see why he hasn't expanded yet. You realize there's something wrong. He's expanded somewhere else by now at 1 minute and 41 seconds. He's expanded somewhere else, or he's doing some crazy one base like 300 ling all-in type thing. And you're not walled off for that. I can see this. You're expanding for that. I don't know. Lings are coming down. Probe is going to die. There's nowhere for it to go. Good micro here by Minatoeh, making sure it couldn't just run. Right, and look, splitting up the Lings, trying to get it. There we go, getting a couple shots off, and now the race is on. The Probe is just a tiny bit slower than these Lings, so eventually, if he can stay alive long enough, he will get home. But every few seconds, there's a one hit that gets off there from a slow Ling. And then it's knocked back because it can't attack and move at the same time. It's actually kind of funny to see. Another one. There's another one. He might make it at this rate. Depending on what back here is to stop these Lings. The answer is nothing. Holy nothing. How is there nothing here? Lings immediately going after this pylon, saying, hey, we can knock this pylon down. Oh, going to kill this Adept instead. Good positioning. Great positioning. Oh, Probe gets picked off, though. Another Probe going to die here as well. Adept trying to clean out these Zerglings from her base. Not happening. Not happening. Lings up here to the main base as well. Maybe I could pick off a couple of these probes. Nope, reaction time too good. The zappers on the probes are too strong for this many slow Lings to really do much damage whatsoever. And a good player will be able to stop this with no difficulty. And one Ling gets killed. Another Ling gets killed. Another Ling gets killed. No probes killed up here in the main base. Excellent job. Good job by Indy on that one. What do we got? We got Adept. We got Warp Gate Research on the way. Gold base up and running for Minatoeh. Minatoeh is also not ticking up whatsoever. I don't see a Roach Warren. I don't see a Lair. There's a third base. All right, so third base coming in. Going for that more macro-heavy style at this moment in time. Recognizing there's not a lot, right? There's not much here for the Protoss player. No reason to make a ton of units. Speed is finished for the Lings, though. Speed is running around. These Lings do want to kill these Adepts, but I'm not sure if they're enough to do it. Walking up here into the natural base, and okay, so 2 Adepts here. A Queen and some Speedlings should be enough to get a surround on these dudes. There we go. Adepts are not quite getting a full surround there. There it is. There's a surround. Ends up getting killed, and they both get murdered at that point. So heading on back home are the Speedlings, moving out past the Zonling Watchtower. Going to put some pressure up on the Protoss player. Impossible to do, though, with Photon Overcharge and 2 Adepts holding this line. Yeah, get out. Get out. Minatoeh says, you know what? You're right, Falcon Paladin. I will not try to attack into that. Resonating Glaives coming in for Indy. Spore Crawlers coming up for Minatoeh. I think just because he's blind. Right, just because he's blind. He doesn't know what's coming. Might as well get some Spore Crawlers up here. Robotics Facility on the way for Indy and a Twilight Council for that Resonating Glaive. So I actually don't see any huge worry. Any reason you would need a spawning or a Spore Crawler. But you know what? Like I said, better safe than sorry. Get that Spore up. Good for detection. Good for anti-air. And in the end, you'll be glad you had them and never sad that you did make them. You know what? It is actually a Dark Shrine coming in for Indy. Huh? Resonating Glaze into Dark Shrine. So the Spore Crawler will pay off eventually. Eventually, in its own right, it will definitely pay off. We're looking at 38 to 27 Harvesters right now. Minatoeh has been absolutely droning. He hasn't been droning. Indy has been probing up to this point. Again, just has a handful of Adepts here on a Mothership core, and that is it. Worker count super high. Might look at taking a third here. I'm just wondering how... if this is going to be for DTs or for Archons. Oh, Ling drop in the main. Oh, Drop Lord is there. This is enough Speedlings to chase these probes away. Trying to get that surround. Good at surround there, but losing a bunch of probes in the process. Oh, no, that did not work out at all for Indy. Oh, no, that was a lot of dead probes there. Photon Overcharge finally shows up. There, but that's 18 probes killed. It's 27 to 28 now. Indy is back among pretty much tied with Minatoeh at this point, sending out some Adepts, saying, all right, that's it. Adepts need to even this thing up. Heading up into the third base and sending a shade to the natural base. Drones pulling themselves away from the scary Adepts. Are they going to transfer? Nope, no transfer whatsoever. Now the transfer's coming in. The Lings have a couple seconds to try and kill these things. Wow, they killed a Queen. Baneling splashing on into... oh, Baneling hits on the Adepts. Excellent job there. Only 3 make it to this third base. Well, I'm going to call it the natural. It's in the natural base location. And again... Resonating Glaives versus this many Zerglings, not going to happen. This round happens. All the Adepts are completely killed. 6 drones lost for about 10 Adepts. It just doesn't seem like a fair trade at this point. So, Minatoeh doing very well. Just with early Speedlings and another Speedling drop. If at first you succeed, try again is the idea here. Oh, DT Warp. DT Warping at the main base of Minatoeh coming in. There is a Spore Crawler, but not much else here. DT reaction time pretty good for Minatoeh, considering he's attacking the front here as well and dropping the main base and trying to deal with DTs all at the same time. DTs have complete ownage of this main, but Ling's going to town on Indy's natural base there. Oh, the Ling's got inside. Ling's gone inside the natural, and they're here inside the main as well. What is here to defend against it? I don't know, but the question is, can the DTs win a base race in this situation? I don't know. Meanwhile, I mean, what is left here for Indy at this point? Lings are running free in his main base. Lings are running free in his natural base as well. This Warp Prism with a couple DTs in it is trying to murder everything that it can, but it's just not going to be enough. These DTs might actually take down the main base, the main hatchery of Minatoeh. Mothership Core trying desperately to save the natural base. Nope, doesn't happen. Had enough for a Photon Overcharge, didn't do it. Lings coming up, going for the big prizes here. Going for the Nexus, Photon Overcharge, and DTs here. That might be enough to save the Nexus. More Lings coming in, though. And it is enough to save it. Photon Overcharge trying to kill the Drop Lord as it picks these units up. More Lings rolling in. You know what? I think they can get it. Photon Overcharge is done. There we go. Going back to it. Back to the work of taking down that Nexus, and there is enough. Nexus falls. No Nexus is left for Indy at this point in time. Absolute bummer. Bummer for him on that one. So, I mean, it's 29 to 14 total supply. There's a bunch of Speedlings running around. There are some DTs running around as well. And, I mean, what Minatoeh needs here... oh, lost the spawning pool. Needs a lair, is what I was going to say. Needs a lair. Oh, now Archon drop action. Archon drop action from Indy. Trying to get a shot off on these Lings. Lift, drop, lift, drop, lift, drop. Kill as many Lings as possible. It is working very well. 39 kills! Do Archons pick up the kill counts from the DTs they're morphed in from? I feel like they do. Spinecrawler trying to burrow itself here. DT mixed in as well. There's the Spine. Spine finishes for Minatoeh here at this gold base. That's a big deal because I don't know. Does Indy? Indy doesn't have enough to make another Nexus. And oh, that's a pause. That's not what I meant to do. And has absolutely no probes. No probes. All right, so here we are. Fighting for his life right now is Indy, trying to win this thing with basically 2 DTs and an Archon. Oh, just kidding. 3 DTs and an Archon. And now 2 Archons and a DT. He needs to take down this gold base. He needs to do it. Can he take down this gold base is going to be the question. He's going to do his very best. His very best here. The micro is absolutely nuts, though. Trying to keep this Archon back, right? This Archon, who's very, very low on health or on energy, shields rather, needs to stay back. Trying to kill a Queen there. So many Lings have died in this game. 133 Lings in 9 minutes. That's a lot. Spore Crawler, Spine Crawler is up. Static Defense seems to be the way to go right now for Minatoeh. Warp Prism sneaking around the backsides. If you're going to protect the front with your Static Defense, I will come and try to kill the backside. However, Queen anti-air pretty good. Pretty good on that one. Minatoeh, again, stuck on 1 base, but that's better than Indy, who is stuck on approximately 0 bases right now. So he's going to bring these Archons over to finish off this natural hatch. Hopefully get some shields back on that one wounded Archon. And Lings are moving out. Lings are moving out for Minatoeh to go for the base race. Go for the base race action. Trying, 2 queens, 2 spines, and a spore crawler here is a lot. It is a lot. Queen does get killed. Overextends just a little bit. I feel like Minatoeh needs to stay in the safety range of the static defense, because every time they pop outside, bad things tend to happen. All right, what do we have? I mean, that's it. There's a sentry somewhere. A sentry would actually be nice. Where is it? Oh, okay, sentry coming out. Did he just make this sentry? Just made this sentry. Oh, holding the front with the sentry so the Lings can't get into the natural base. Oh, Ling's getting murdered. No, 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 no. Ling's running back home, ran right past those Archons and just got destroyed right there. No detection available for Indy, so we can't kill these creep tumors, which seems like a bit of a problem. And yes, Minatoeh is spreading the creep, trying to take advantage of that very fact. 54 kills on that Archon, 35 kills on that Archon. This DT has 11 of his own, just setting up, pacing back and forth like a lion outside, looking at his prey. Roach Warren coming up here, going for it. There goes the micro, getting rid of one of the spine crawlers. Can he get rid of the other spine crawler here? Mothership Core does get taken down by the Queen and the Spore, but the spines are gone. Oh, the spines are gone. Okay, the 2 spines at the front are gone. There's still 2 more back there. Spore crawler getting taken down very patiently by Indy here. Can they get the Queen? No, spines getting some nice pokes off. This Archon only has 58 shields remaining. Another Spore Crawler coming up at the front, replanting at the front, and might actually just get killed here based on the defense. Based on the defense of the Queen. Again, an attack at the front. And these Lings, I think they managed to kill the sentry, but they're forced to go back home now. Spine Crawler trying to come up. No, you don't have enough time to burrow, Spine, before you die. I don't know about this decision. No, Spine Crawler gets killed. Oh, almost. No, he lost one. He lost one of the Archons. He lost one of the Archons. Warp Prism is down to 2 hit points, but 50 shields on that one. Getting chased away. Oh, Roach has popped out. Roach has popped out for Minatoeh. And they're heading on out. They're going for that base race action. There's nothing back home for Indy whatsoever. I think this is it. Indy has an Archon that he's trying to do Warp Prism Micro on these Roaches with. And he's doing pretty well at it. Does that actually count as a hit? I don't know if he's actually doing enough damage here. There are Lings for Minatoeh. There are Roaches for Minatoeh. The Archon Micro is intense. Archon, are you alive? Archon's still alive. Still alive, but buildings are dying so fast right now. Indy needs to start clearing these things out a little bit more quickly than he is, but he's doing as best as he can. 64 kills. 64 kills on that Archon. Look at this. He is getting shots off. He's getting shots off on these Archons. He's taken some hits as well, but dodging pretty well at the same time. I mean, the dodges are just epic at this point. Archon trying to kill Raviter. Corrosive Bile landing, not hitting much of anything. As per usual, Corrosive Biles don't usually hit much of anything, as it turns out. So Archon has killed a ton of Zerglings. 157 Lings have died right now. This Drop Lord action is here. Archon alone versus an Overlord. Pretty happy to take that thing down and also kill the 4 Lings inside of it. 72 kills onto this Archon. This Archon is in the Hall of Fame. It's in my Hall of Fame for sure. It is fighting so hard against the oncoming swarm. He'd be dead without the Warp Prism though, right? Without this Warp Prism, it'd be just a bloodbath. And that's exactly what this is. The combination of the Archon doing extra damage against biological units, which is everything that Zerg has, and this Warp Prism Micro, which means you can't really hit the Archon at all. And Minatoeh decides it is time to head on back home. So, oh shoot, Minatoeh's actually mined out. He is mined out of his main or his natural base right now at that gold. He's long distance mining. Oh, this Archon could kill so many drones right now. Could kill so many drones right now. Another kill. Another Raviter ends up falling there. Another Roach going to die as well. 77 kills for this Archon. And blah! The entire army is gone except for some Lings back here. That's it. Indy with the GG. Oh, Indy. Indy gets out of there with the GG, recognizing these Lings were going to take out his remaining 4 buildings in just about 3 minutes. Probably less than that, actually. And that his Archon did not have enough. If he'd only known, this gold base was mined out and Minatoeh was forced to long-distance mine to do this, he might have felt a little bit differently about this, because he could have sat his Archon right over here, killed these drones before they could get back to the natural. Really, the only thing that could stop that from happening would be the spines, but the spines can't burrow because there's no creep. There's no creep at the natural. There's no creep in the main. There's no creep anywhere that Minatoeh could go to mine. That could have turned out very differently, I feel like, if Indy knew what was going on, knew what was up back over here on this side of the map. So Wow, fantastic. Very, very close. Down to the wire game. I mean, Minatoeh had 10 lings and a queen left, and he won this thing. That's not something you see every day. Not at all. Whew. All right, so that's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Go ahead and hit that like button, hit the subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, and Patreon, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.